That really
forecast. Stay tuned. The SIU Night Report is coming up next. Evening, another catastrophe has hit the San Francisco area.
5 people are dead after a large construction crane falls 14 floors, crushing a school bus. The crane flattened the school bus and destroyed a taxi in San Francisco's financial area. The crane also smashed a 21-story building across the street. Authorities say 21 people were injured and 5 people are still missing. Acting Mayor Angela Aliato says an investigation is underway. This comes in the wake of last night's train bus collision that killed 2 people in South San Francisco.
Socialized medicine is something the government has been discussing and debating for some time, and as Night Report's Greg Blake tells us, Congressman Glenn Pichard brought that topic home to Southern Illinois today.
Creating a national health care system is one of Congressman Glenn Pichard's top priorities, and he came to Carbondale today to talk about it. In his speech at the Carbondale Community Center, Pichard outlined some of the factors that Congress should consider when it writes a measure on health care and proposed fashioning a law after the one in use in Canada.
Well, Canada has a national health care system that seems to work very well in providing a qualitative health care for their people at a cost-effective price. What Canada has done, which we have not done at this point in time, is they have found ways to coordinate their services, especially in the rural areas, across a lot of geographical and professional lines. For instance, they don't demand that every rural hospital they have the latest technological equipment. They share with a neighboring hospital the new technology so that everybody doesn't have to afford it. They bring specialists in that maybe rotate between 2 or 3 different rural hospitals as opposed to a rural hospital demanding that they have a particular specialist on board. So there's a lot of sharing of resources that take place, which makes the spending of our healthcare dollar go a lot farther and provide a more quality healthcare than we've been able to do in this country. We have to break down the traditional barriers that have divided us along geographic and professional lines in order to develop that kind of system.
The presentation was held in conjunction with National Home Health Care Week, and home health care was a major topic of discussion. The government on both the state and national levels is looking into the incorporation of in-home care into a comprehensive national health care system. If they find a way, it could mean that elderly can be treated with the same government funds that hospitals are paid with for caring personal treatment at home. At the Carbondale Community Center with photographer Scott Miller, I'm Greg Blake for the SIU Night Report.
With the problem of date rape reaching almost an epidemic proportion, with women aged 18 to 25 reporting most of the incidents, women at SIU may be some of the most likely to experience a date or acquaintance rape. But as Night Report's Mark Carvel tells us in Part 2 of his Part 2 series on date rape, the Carbondale area offers many places a woman can turn to both to prevent such an occurrence or what to do if such an assault should take place.
It will never happen to me. It's a calming thought, but statistics show that 1 in 4 women will experience a rape in their lifetime, and up to 90% of those rapes will be acquaintance rapes. A recent New York Times article says college women, and sorority women in particular, are some of the most susceptible to a date rape. That's but one of the reasons these SIU sorority women came to the Student Center auditorium for a seminar on date rape. Carbondale Rape Action Committee Coordinator Chris Wessel says date rapes in the area are on the rise.
Our numbers have suddenly taken a big leap in July and August, so we saw 13 new victims in each month. We see a significant percentage of those are acquaintance assaults.
The Rape Action Committee is part of the Women's Center, one of the first and best places to turn after a date rape.
We have a 24-hour hotline. If a person is sexually assaulted and they need to talk to someone, or they need to get medical care and they're at the hospital, or they choose to press charges and they're at the police station, our team goes out 24 hours a day.
The Women's Center here at 408 West Freeman, along with Women's Services at Woody Hall at SIU, are both agencies set up to help women who have been raped or assaulted. Both agencies will allow the women to choose which step they'll go with next, be it criminal prosecution or just simple counseling. But as members of this self-defense class will tell you, it may be best to be prepared in other ways.
A major part of self-defense is increasing our awareness of ourselves, of our